Welcome to part 2 of our stablecoin payments playbook. Unless you are here to learn about regulatory aspects only, I recommend you pause and watch part 1 first, because today builds on those decisions. The link's in the corner. If you've seen part 1, you know we chose USDC on Stellar and selected Fireblocks for institutional grade custody. In this episode, Simon and I cover the regulatory path, travel rule infrastructure, and the Wolfsburg file your US correspondent bank will expect. Grab a coffee, let's get started. Before we move in our pixel, we need a regulator that welcomes crypto and understands banks. 3 stand out today: Abu Dhabi Global Market, the DIFC in Dubai, and the Central Bank of Bahrain. In the United Arab Emirates, we can apply either for the RegLab sandbox or a full money services permission through the Abu Dhabi Global Market. If we simply hold USDC, the sandbox route can sign off in roughly 6 months. If we decide to work with the Dubai International Financial Center, we'll file for a Category 3D Money Services license or the Innovation Testing license. Until February this year, USDC was not on the DIFC recognized token list. Circle secured that approval in February this year, so the regulator is already comfortable with the coin we plan to use. Bahrain is a good option as well. It treats custody and transfer under its crypto asset module. If we later mint a coin, we must clear the stablecoin issuance and offering module, a brand new text from 2024. That module demands daily reserve reconciliation and a monthly audit, but we do not need to worry about that for now. Each of these regulators will set some expectations we will have to meet before launching, but also some that we will need to comply with on a day-to-day basis. Here, choosing Fireblocks as our custody tool helps a lot. The moment the customer presses send, Fireblocks routes the transaction through 3 parallel checks. First, it screens the wallet address itself. With Chainalysis, it risk scores the destination. Anything linked to sanctions, darknet markets, or mixers is blocked on the spot. Second, it runs transaction-level KYT to catch structuring or unusual velocity. Third, it triggers a travel rule handshake with the counterparty virtual asset service provider using Nota Bene's API inside the Fireblocks console. Let me explain the last point in a bit more detail. When transactions move across the network, they pass through several points or hops before reaching the final destination. Every hop must come with the attached originator and beneficiary data. In Abu Dhabi Global Market, for example, the rule is a no de minimis threshold, meaning every transfer needs full travel rule data, no matter how small. Fireblocks can read the jurisdiction code we pass in the metadata and decide whether to attach the customer data whenever the travel rule applies. We want to follow American KYC standards because many correspondent banks demand it. We have to complete the Wolfsberg CBDDQ. That questionnaire is the lingua franca for large dollar clears. We will staple 4 artifacts to it: our KYC policy, the travel rule standard operating procedure, the Chainalysis Fireblocks wallet risk matrix, and the model validation memo for our transaction monitoring rules. Wolfsburg recommends we refresh the pack every 12 to 18 months, so we will set a diary reminder upfront. Alright, so to sum up this part, we now know how to pick the home regulator, obtain the money services license or sandbox node, flip on Fireblocks' wallet screening, KYT and travel rule modules, and wrap the whole thing in a Wolfsberg CBDDQ dossier for our US dollar clearing bank. That wraps up compliance, licenses, the travel rule process, and the Wolfsburg pack. Part 3 premieres on June 12th. Simon and I move from policy to production. We'll build the 3-layer architecture, cloud, key custody, and Stellar transactions, and walk through a live transfer from send to settlement in 5 seconds. Tap the left thumbnail for part 3. Later this month, we will combine all episodes and create a long, structured guide, which you will be able to access on the right. If either is grayed out, hit subscribe and the bell to get notified when they get published. Thanks for watching. I'm Przemysław from Espeo Software. See you in part 3.